then she goes, well, you didn't wait 30 seconds before you put the code in. And I was like, okay. So I'm standing there, and like one of the other women like went back out into the restaurant somewhere, and the other woman's standing there still. And like we're just trying to figure out like what to do. And we just stand there, stare at the door. It seems like 30 seconds has passed, so we try it again. And the woman, this American woman who's I don't even know what the deal was with her. Like she didn't smile at all. She was totally unfriendly. It wasn't even like she was there. She had like no interest in helping anybody, right? Even though it would have helped her if we had understood how to open the bathroom door, right? It's like she was just there to like taunt us because we couldn't open the door. She's like, and she goes, oh, is there anybody in the men's restroom? And I was just thinking to myself, okay. I mean, I just said, I don't know. Is it the same code? And she's like, probably. And then she tries the code, and then she opens the door to the men's room, and like, these are not like single. These are not like she like opens her to the men's room and like so then sort of kind of knocks, right? And then a guy walks over and he's like, oh, you can go in there. She's like, okay. And she does, right? And she cuts this guy to go into the men's room while we're all still standing outside of the women's room, like confounded, like trying to understand this door. Then this like, and somewhere in the midst of that also, I think an employee walked out of like some employee door or whatever. He's like, well, you need to wait 30 seconds. And I said, yes, I did. And he's like, no, you didn't. I'm like, yes, I did. And he goes, well, what happens is the red light flashes 3 times and then it's been 30 seconds. And I was like, no, I didn't know. I didn't know that like 30 seconds. Almost as long as 30 seconds. I figured I waited 30 seconds. So we all stand there staring at the door until it flashes 3 times. Then he puts in the code that we all knew. Then he like opens the door with this big sarcastic flourish. Like I've just been as if to indicate that in some way, in one way or another, I've just been, just this totally impossible customer. While the girl who knew the code, all along, is in the men's room. Then I go back to fine. So after the bathroom situation, I went back to my table, just did some more homework. The thing is, I have to be able to sit somewhere for a while to do homework. That's the thing. There is nowhere to study in the shelter. It's way too loud. It's just people when you're allowed to be there. Usually it's from 3:30 in the afternoon until dinner starts at 5, and there's not even enough room for everybody during dinner. There's people standing waiting to be called for dinner because there's not enough time and room for people to sit down all at one time, right? And then right after that is the lottery. Then it's showers. And during all of this, it's very loud. There's lots of stuff going on all the time, and it's impossible to study in the shelter. Nearly impossible. Certainly to sit anywhere for any length of time, like a few hours at a time, try to get stuff done. It's just really hard. So, and then there's a question of like organizing. Like, I have to spend time at night and in the morning organizing which books I'm going to take with me, because I have to take them all with whatever I'm going to study. I have to take it all with me, and that's heavy, and then everything else. Oh, VJH 2227, great. Yeah, I love that. I love how these guys like stalk me from Virginia. Right, and it's just like, and people in the conglomerate still screaming how I'm not, how I'm the one who do this around. VJH 2227, like I'm like straight up the street here is Pine Street Inn, right, with a kindergarten on the way, like a daycare, right? Oh. Yeah. So, So I mean, it's really important for me to be able to have just time to sit and do stuff. 4 hours, 3 hours. I'll take an hour here, take an hour there, but it's really a big deal because when I certainly my books are too heavy to carry all of them around all at once, so I have to make a decision every morning, what am I going to do, what am I going to work on today, and then try to get everything in the locker at night, with all these textbooks. That's really difficult too. Like, my locker barely closes anymore. So it's really important for me to be able to go and sit and do stuff. And people know how can people be harassing me when I'm trying to study even? What is it you think I'm doing to you? I'm not doing anything to you. So that was kind of near the end. People didn't really cough at me so much like during the first few hours that I was there. It was kind of more near the end, like the last hour or so. It seemed like somebody was coughing or whatever, and I don't know. And then when I got up to just leave. I was like, all right, that's it. I'm done as much as I can do tonight. And I went over to the bathroom section again. They had a wet floor sign out. You know, I mean, I guess they had all decided like you know, it's all true. I'm just this really nasty person. I'm horrible to deal with, blah, blah, blah. I was like, you know what? You had that attitude toward me from the second I walked in. And I spent almost $10 when I was there. And $10 is a lot of money for me. And I just need somewhere where I can get my work done. You know, is that all right with you?